That would be great.
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Sellers,
I'll second it.
Mr. Welling seconding. Is there any discussion? If there's no discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Are there any opposed? We have an agenda. We have the council minutes for May 17th and the special city council meeting for May 31st.
That was pretty.
I don't know what I did there, but I did something.
You updated.
Any concerns or changes relative to those minutes? If not, we'll acknowledge those as they've been prepared and go on to the work session minutes for May 24th. Any concerns with those? If not, we'll acknowledge those as well. And we'll go on to the bills. We've got a register with today's date on it. Questions, comments, concerns?
Yeah, what was the big bill for Tom's HVAC?
Tom's HVAC, the 6460. What did we do with Tom's HVAC? I remember reading that.
Is that my department?
I think it was.
I will have to check into it, but I believe it probably had something to do with the wash house.
Oh, it did. Now that I remember seeing that voucher, it was the wash house.
Yep, that's where I seen your trip.
Any other questions? Is there a motion to approve the bills?
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Welling with a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Otley seconding. Any discussion? If there's no discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? That's approved. Council comments. Mr. Lynch, what do you have for us tonight?
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Okay. Mr. Otley.
Have nothing on it.
Mr. Perks.
I noticed we had this is your speed limit sign up on 6th Street. I think that's been helping. I know it catches me when I see that sign telling me I'm going 22 miles an hour.
That's actually a ordinance that goes up. It's on 6th Street, 2 on Cheyenne Drive, and 2 on County Road.
Good deal.
Heck yeah.
I think they work.
Oh yeah, it's been fun to go park and watch. Because we live right there, so.
My wife asked me how fast she has to go before it tells her to slow down.
You know what, at 35, it flashes red and goes bing, 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 because.
21 now.
I think it was picking up off of the highway, I don't know, because there were no cars there. Either that or the ghosts have no respect, right?
After some calibration and adjustment today, they flash at 21 and tell you to slow down.
Okay.
Perfect.
Excellent.
You need to get a flash so people think it's taking a picture of their car.
There you go.
Bulb in there.
Hook that up, Preston.
Anything else, Mr. Perks?
No.
Mr. Welling?
Nothing. The speed limit signs are pretty cool, so. My wife hits me every time I go over now, so.
Well, people will slow down. Won't they? Yeah. Mr. Sellers, sir, go ahead.
My only comment was going to be on the speed limit signs because, though, I know they've really helped on Aspen because we have the Aspen Speedway over there, and it'd be nice to have one going the other direction as well, but there's a couple other spots in town that'd be nice to eventually put those up, but I think they are like, maybe novelty will wear off and people will start ignoring them, but they are, the difference is noticeable.
Thank you, Mr. Welling.
Definitely appreciate it.
Okay. Well, I don't think I have anything to add to that, so we'll go on to appointments. We've got a couple of considerations there. I'd like to bring forth the name of Sadie Fain to replace Irene Hansen on the Lodging Tax Board to a term, 3-year term to end January 2023. and Jackie Skog to replace Tim Lynch on the Urban Renewal Board for a 5-year term to end January 2026. I guess if you want to consider them together or separately, whatever your... If somebody wants to make a motion to that effect, we can act on that.
Motion.
Mr. Lynch with a motion.
I'll second.
Mr. Sellers seconding. Any discussion?
Nope, just, I've known Jackie quite a while. She'll do well on that board.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks for volunteering.
Is there any further discussion? If there is none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? That is approved. Thank you. Thank you very much. We have several consent agenda items. I'm told that we have maybe one conflict, so we need to address these separately. So the first one here is a street closure permit. Travis and Jennifer Wilson for a neighborhood block party on July 4th, 3 p.m. to 11:59. Is there anyone here representing this particular? Please come forward and tell us what you have in mind to do. I think we know, but we want to get you on the record anyway.
Yeah, we do it an hour earlier this year because it keeps getting bigger each year.
Yeah, it's,
So we need an extra hour again.
Okay?
We want to also ask if we could do it on the 3rd, if at all possible. If we still do fireworks on the 3rd, just because the 4th's on a Monday.
Yeah, we kind of thought it'd be nice if fireworks were able to be lit on the 3rd. If we had our big party on the 3rd, then people could go home and have a day to rest and then go back
So
to work on Tuesday.
You're asking to amend this application to
If
do
we
it on the
Potentially.
3rd
Yeah, if we
instead
can.
of the 4th?
Well,
If
if-
fireworks can be lit that day.
On the 3rd, yeah. If we can do fireworks on the 3rd, yes. If not, then
If
What-
not, then no.
We approved for the 3rd, did we not? We didn't?
Dennis said we have to actually approve them.
You discussed it in a work session.
Okay,
The vote on the,
okay,
so technically, you have not designated these.
okay,
Yeah, I thought we would put that on the next agenda,
okay.
but right now, the only day that's permitted is going to be ordinance.
Is the 4th. So how would we respond to their request? Is that something we can act on and then make it pending the approval of that? Is that something, I guess, I mean, it's not, I don't think it's a huge deal. Doesn't seem like it. Now, I guess the other question, if we change this from the 4th to the 3rd, is that just a clerical change that we can make, or is there something that we need to consider
On the application.
on the application for this road closure, for this street closure? Is that something we could?
Like, you're amending your application orally,
yes.
so they've amended their application.
Okay,
We've done it orally.
so we're going to change that to July 3rd,
Pending our approval of.
pending the approval of the fireworks for those days. And I anticipate that would happen, but until it happens, we
Yeah,
don't
just-
really know.
that way it gives people the day to
Okay.
go, if it wasn't travel anyway from out of state.
Any questions for the Wilsons?
How many years have we done this?
Five running? I think it's
I
5.
think it's 5.
We always have a backup plan, because if we can't do fireworks, we do a movie.
Yeah, we have a big projector and screen and stuff.
I think these types of block parties are kind of fun. I'm
Fun.
glad to see you do them. I
It's
wish
fun
this was
how
good.
many people have started showing up that
Yeah,
we're
more
like,
and more people from,
where did they come from?
yeah, other blocks, yeah.
Might have to start selling tickets. Well, I'll entertain a motion to approve this street closure permit for the Wilsons.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it, Your Honor.
Mr. Willing, the motion. Mr. Perks seconding. Is there any discussion on that motion? If there is none, all in favor say aye. 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 Are there any opposed? That's approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have fun.
Thank you.
Our next is a similar request, Sean Saban, for 4th of July. Let's see, it's 4 p.m. to 11:59. Is there anyone here representing that particular block party? I think,
At the Robinson fencing party, or? No.
no, that's the next one. I think that's the next one anyway.
This is down by where I live, and they did this last year, and they were very respectful of everything, and
I know Mr. Saban. I anticipate that he would be, okay.
I'd make the motion
You're-
to approve it.
We've got a motion to approve that street closure permit. Is there a second? Mr. Otley seconding? Is that what I heard?
Yes, sir.
Is there any discussion on that motion? If there's no discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Are there any opposed? That's approved as well. Our next is a similar street closure permit requested by Eli and Brandy Robinson for a 4th of July block party, Sage Street between 4th and 5th, 4 p.m. to 11:59. Please come up. I'm
And I
sorry.
need to abstain from this one. This happens to be my block.
Okay. And you want to go to the party?
I want to be able to.
Did you invite? Go ahead.
Please tell us what you want to
We just like to do it every year to get to know your neighbors and invite everyone over and have a good family-oriented party and keep the kids safe, and yeah, it's fun. Been doing it for a while now, so we'd appreciate it if you let us do it.
Sure. Any questions for Mr. Robinson?
I'll make a motion to pass.
Mr. Lynch with a motion, Mr. Sellers seconding. Is there any discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Aye, are there any opposed?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Our next two open container street closure permit on behalf of Kate's, June 18th and July 23rd. I wonder if we could connect those two together and then just approve those as the remainder of our consent agenda items. Are you comfortable with that? Tell us what you got in mind there, please, since you're here. Glad to have you.
So for the first one, coming up next weekend, just kind of like a summer kind of get-together party. I think there's a lot of events going on that weekend. There's some concerts going on. I think horse races and all that. So we just want to do a fun block party. Music bingo's going outside and just some fun games and stuff like that. So just kind of just a summer party.
Excellent.
And then the second one's just for Brewfest. So when that's over, we can just do another fun party and just keep it going.
Okay, excellent. Any questions for Kate's folks? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the balance of our consent agenda.
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Otley, Mr. Welling seconding. Is there any discussion on the motion?
Good idea.
If no
Thank you,
discussion, all in
guys.
favor say aye.
Aye.
Any
Thank you.
opposed? You're good. Thank you. Have fun. We have no unfinished business, and so we'll go now to our new business, and we'll start there with Resolution 2239. Mr. Bull, will you read that title for us, please?
Your Honor, this resolution authorizes the city to enter into an operating agreement with the Parks and Recreation District for the operation, management, and regulation of recreation within the city of Evanston.
Thank you. Please, do you have something you'd like to tell us? I think we know what we're doing here, but please, we want to put you on the spot a little bit, too.
Obviously, our partnership with you guys and the school district is very important, and I'd like to continue doing what we're doing.
Excellent.
We're going to be here today because the school board.
Ah. Okay.
Talking about their operation.
Ah. Any questions on this operating agreement before we move on? Is there an introduction on this resolution? Mr. Lynch with a motion. Is there a second? Welling seconding. Is there any discussion? If there's no discussion, all in favor say aye. 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 Are there any opposed? That's approved. Thank you. Thank you. Resolution 2240. Mr. Bowie, read that title for us, please.
Your Honor, this resolution of the governing body adopts the 2022 Wyoming Region 4 Hazard Mitigation Plan.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Robinson.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. This is a yearly thing that we sit through with the county and the other entities in the county, Mountain View, Lyman, Town of Bear River, all of it, where we discuss and identify hazards and risk, emergency type risks that the county and the cities will face, such as an earthquake or drought or an incident with the dam and flooding, and or it could be an incident on the railroad that releases hazardous materials and that kind of thing. That we visited about those, and we talked about the risks and the cost assessment and impact on lives and that kind of thing that we have to do. We have to do this each year to be eligible for Homeland Security grants if there is any kind of an emergency. And our emergency management coordinator is here tonight as well, if he has any comments to add.
No, that sounds about right. I'm just a few months in, so I didn't get in on this whole thing. I'm just kind of finishing up the end of it, so, but he did very well job.
Excellent.
So we just have to adopt this as a city, and so if anything happens, that we'll be eligible for the funds.
Right. Okay. Is there an introduction on this resolution?
I'll introduce. With the motion,
Mr. Simmons, Mr. Otley seconding. Is there any discussion? If there's no discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Are there any opposed? That's approved. Thank you, guys. Resolution 2241. Mr. Bull, please.
Your Honor, this resolution of the governing body authorizes the execution of a loan agreement with the Wyoming Business Council Investment Division to obtain funds for the Avalon Construction and Development Project.
Thank you. Mr. Neal.
Mayor, City Council, this is the, like Mr. Bull mentioned, this is the loan agreement with the Business Council for the Avalon project. Just sets the terms of the agreement, each party's responsibility, and the term of the loan and that sort of thing. So getting it approved so we can use that loan money for the project.
Be good to see that project come about. Any questions for Mr. O'Neill? Is there an introduction on this resolution?
I'll introduce.
Mr. Welling with a motion, Mr. Welling with a second. Is there any discussion?
Thanks for all your hard work on this. Guys, your team. It's been a lot of work. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you.
Any further discussion? There's no further discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Are there any opposed? That's approved. Resolution 2242. Mr. Bull, read that title for us, please.
Your Honor, this resolution of the city ratifies the execution of Amendment 1 to the grant agreement with the Wyoming Business Council to obtain a business-ready grant for the construction of a light manufacturing facility for the Avalon Development Project.
Thank you, sir. Mr. O'Neill.
These two are sort of related. We're extending the project completion date 1 year. It was set to be due at the end of this month. We've extended it to June 30th of 2023.
That certainly fits in more in line with what the construction project has been going on. A lot of people have probably seen the dirt work going on, but obviously it's not anywhere near completion, but it's certainly moving in the right direction.
Yep, we're getting closer. It's just, yeah, it's a big project. It's a difficult project, so.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate I think Mr. Welling mentioned, I appreciate the perseverance on both sides of that equation. So it's been an interesting project. Any questions on this resolution before we act on it? Is there an introduction?
I'll introduce with a motion.
Mr. Lynch with a motion. Is there a second? Mr. Otley seconding. Is there any discussion? No discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Are there any opposed? That's approved as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Comments from departments. Mr. O'Neill, while you're still standing there, do you have anything more for us tonight?
Nothing, sir.
All right. Mr. Robinson?
No, sir.
Ms. Lim? No. Chief?
Yes, sir. As Great Council said, main board for citizen signs, and I think there will be quite effective.
Excellent.
Probably need some more. Lombard could use some.
We got potholes slowing down over there.
We'll be able to move them around.
waiting on a new budget year.
Yeah, yeah.
Constitution, both of these.
Anything more from Parks and Rec that we need to learn about tonight? Glad to have you. Okay. We'll probably have to plan on that. Yeah, thank you. Ms. Harris, you have anything for us? Mr. Bowl?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Okay. Public participation. Is there anyone here from the public that would like to address the council for any reason? Well, if not, we'll adjourn.